matter of fact, to extremely fundamental things. That there is always a curious time.
All right, let's do it. What's going on? Can you lower that just a little bit, sir? Thanks. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, squad? Super excited to be on this call with you guys. And I appreciate you guys being on this call as well because, you know, there's a lot of things that you could be doing right now. And you decided to jump on, learn about what it is that we got coming up, get a quick little recap, and then find out how it is, just a few tips that me and Jason have been able to build up our organization. So without further ado, guys, I want to jump right into this. You know, I don't want to waste anybody's time. I realized something. I had a very, very, very massive breakthrough. And I had heard it time and time again throughout my entire career. 6 years in this industry, I've heard it time and time again. What got you here will not get you there. And this year, a little bit of last year, we caught a crazy wave of momentum, right? And we got comfortable. At least I can only talk to you guys about things that I've struggled with, right? I got comfortable with doing the same thing, right? And it was hard work. I mean, jumping on planes, jumping on trains, sleeping on people's couches, sleeping in random hotel rooms, a different city every single night. But what I realized along that journey, I had the time of my life. I visited some of the most amazing places that I've ever been. And we've had some of the most crazy events. But I realized that I was working hard rather than working smart. And recently, Jason and I, we paid a lot of money to go learn from a gentleman by the name of Mr. Eric Worre, right? 5 days, intensive, 8-hour days. And I learned a lot, but one of the things that really, really, really stuck out to me was, you know, he had mentioned, he was like, somebody asked a question in the crowd and they said, when should you be touring or when should you be traveling to your teams, right? And this is where I had one of my most massive breakthroughs. And it was perfect. It was right before convention, especially with the new ranks that are coming out, the new products that are coming out. It just made perfect sense. I'm seeing a few people saying that they don't have sound. Can everyone hear right now? Yes. Okay, so we realized something. We realized, you know, when I remember when David and Monite first started within iMarkets Live, that team unison goal of 100 chairmen in the organization in a 1-year span absolutely drove insane amounts of momentum, right? Insane amounts of momentum. And everywhere we were at, 100 chairman, 100 chairman, 100 chairman, 100 chairman, boom, 100 chairman started to happen. That was the first time in my career that I actually ran towards a goal truly in unison. Up here, I thought it was unison, right? But it was never verbally expressed, right? It was never something that was set in stone, right? And it wasn't up until the point that I ran collectively with everybody on this call right now towards one goal in unison that we saw the biggest breakthrough that I had ever seen, a lot of people had ever seen in their entire career, right? And for me, I think that success tends to leave clues. So right now we're running towards 500 chairmen, right? We're running 500 chairmen right now, but where are we running to is the question. Right? We know that we got to go event to event to event to event to event. And this call isn't to say that me and Jason are going to stop touring so much. Me and Jason are going to stop visiting so many of the countries. Actually, we're going to make it more effective and more duplicatable for each and every single one of you leaders to be able to do, because not everybody wants to go on tour. Not everybody can go on tour. But what I'm about to teach you right now, each and every single person has the capability to duplicate. It does not matter where it is that you are in life. It does not matter your background in life. It does not matter what it is that you got going on. We can all collectively run towards something in unison and specific goals. So we know what we're running towards, right? We know what we're running towards. That's 500 chairmen within the organization, right? Now, where are we running? I want you to really, really think about, matter of fact, write this down. There's going to be 4 specific locations, 4 specific dates that we're going to be running to collectively. right? Four opportunities for us to learn collectively as an organization, 4 opportunities for us to be able to provide value to our entire teams, and 4 opportunities for us to truly take this all in, right? The first is actually coming up. I don't recommend a lot of events. The first one I'm going to recommend is GoPro. That's pretty much one of the few events that I actually recommend, right? GoPro has helped us so much build our organizations. Reason being, it's simple, guys. A lot of these personal development seminars that I've been to, they don't pertain to our specific profession, right? And I want to learn from individuals that have made that type of money. So we have GoPro. This year, Alex Morton, our vice president of the company, right, is actually speaking there. So number one, you're going to be able to have the opportunity to learn from the best of the best in the industries, the ones that are doing it big, the ones that are absolutely making the big bucks, and not just for a little bit, but really consistently, right? Second, I'm going to show up deep in order to support our vice president of the company. Reason being is because this is massive. This is the first time that he's been back on this stage in the last few years. We're going to go support him. We're going to go get crazy amounts of nuggets from him. And every year we're going to start running towards GoPro, because I know for a fact that it's so important to just be collective with other individuals that don't have the same exact vision as you, but have the same exact mission as you. And GoPro really gives you the opportunity to do so, right? So that's this December. After GoPro, we're running straight into the February convention in Vegas. Now, guys, I'm committing myself to 100 tickets, right? That's what I'm committing myself, 100 tickets. I'm sure Jay's going to jump in and buy some. Jay's giving the face. Jay, how many are you getting? Putting you on blast. One. VIP. I'm committing to 100 tickets. You know, iMarkets Live was the first time that I got to go to a company convention and really bring a lot of my team. I remember going to company conventions in the past and saying, I can't wait till I have the biggest team in the crowd, or I can't wait till I have the most amount of leaders walk in that crowd, or I can't wait to promote this thing on a massive level, provide incentives, help my team out with different flights, travels, all this stuff. And this was the first time iMarkets Live, this company, was the first time that I had the opportunity to do that, right? And a lot of you guys have heard what it is that these conventions have done for all the speakers that walk this stage, the Mr. Gary McSweens of the company, right? The Austin Gottsies of this company, right? The Julian Chinas of this company, right? The greats in this company. You've heard what it is that it's done for it. But I think that this time in Vegas, let's see who's in Vegas. Type out Vegas in the chat if you were in Vegas. I think that this time in Vegas, almost everybody on this call really got to experience what it is that a true convention can do. Now, look, we're just taking off. The wheels are just starting to leave, right? The runway. They have not taken off. We're still technically on the ground, right? We're about to go insane with this next event, right? Now, the next 90 days, the event itself is important, right? But the most important part isn't necessarily the event, but what happens before the event and what happens after the event takes place. Now, we have a goal of 10,000 individuals in the building for the Unleashed convention, right? I honestly think that if we had 5,000 to 6,000 this time, we can definitely double it, right? And I want to raise everyone's belief level to even that much more. I'm going for 10 to 12,000 people in the building for the Unleashed convention, right? But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Remember what I said. It's not the event itself. It's what happens before the event takes place and after the event takes place. Let's talk about right now. What should you be doing leaving convention? Right now, what should you be doing leaving convention? You should be getting your team in tune with what it is that you're about to learn tonight, right? Another thing that you should be doing leaving convention right now. This is very crucial. Leaving convention, you should be having your team collectively running in unison on a 90-day sprint. Now, Jason's going to talk a little bit more about it, but what we want to do, as a matter of fact, over a 30-day sprint, what we want to do is challenge each and every single one of you guys. Jason and I are going to be in the exact same challenge with you guys. I'm talking to the individuals that are looking to either hit that next chairman level or to smack chairman for the very first time. What you want to do is set out a goal to recruit at least 20 individuals in your organization. Now, it's not just going out there recruiting 20 individuals in your organization, but it's allowing your team to know that this is going to go down. And I tell you this because I've learned from the greats. I've learned from the individuals that have what it is that I want. And these are individuals at least 2 to 3 times a year. The goal needs to be at least 20 people in a 30-day span, right? So those 20 individuals, you want to aspire to get them to the next event, right? Which is the biggest convention, right? The Unleash convention. So that's the second place that we're running towards together on our journey to 500 chairman. Now, the third place that we're running together is ANMP, Association Network Marketing Professionals. It's another event that's going to give you the opportunity to learn how to build this business from individuals such as, Jeff Roberti, who's made well over $100,000 a month for the past 30 years. We're talking about individuals that have been able to maintain the ranks. It's not just about making the money. It's about maintaining the ranks. And I'm humble enough to know that what got me here won't get me there, and that I need new individuals to teach me. I need new individuals to learn from, not just what to do, but also what not to do, what mistakes they made in their career. Individuals that have been in the industry, that have been able to rebrand themselves time and time and time again. It didn't matter what the price of their products were. It didn't matter what it was that their company was going through. I mean, we think about the hardships and the struggles that we're going through as a company collectively, and then I tell them to a lot of individuals that I'm learning from in this industry, right? And they take it with such a smile. They take it with such a smile. In this chat, right, 777, if you went to ANMP, it was absolutely insane this year. But they took it with a smile and they said, that's a rite of passage. And not only did they tell me it was a rite of passage for success, for creating a revolutionary company, a company that's going to truly provide generational wealth, but they also taught us how to deal with the situations. Individuals like that prepped us, right? And allowed us to know that it will be coming and how to deal with that situation once we get there, right? And then we're going to have finally another convention at the end of the year or towards the end of the year. Now, those are 4 different areas that we should all collectively be meeting up as, right? We got some really cool things planned for certain chairmen coming out, right? So we'll be releasing that information very, very soon. But in between those, Jay's fired up over there again. Let's go. So in between those, I urge that you're doing weekend trips with your team, right? I urge that, maybe once a month you go visit a team that's not in your local market, right? But I strongly suggest that you go ahead and you blow up that backyard that you're in, right? You build within your city. You learn how to conquer a lot more online, right? We want to be having the mega events, but Ivan Tapia said it at this past convention. He goes, the money isn't the big events. It's the coffee shop meetings. It's the Zoom calls. It's what's happening before the event and after the event takes place, ladies and gentlemen. So I want you guys to really, 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 really realize something. And it's something that I realized, the last 2 tours that we did, the last one was South America. The one before that was Europe. Right in between those, I had a nice little break where I got to just catch up on work and work with a lot of individuals. And I remember one day specifically, I was on a call with about 10 different teams. A lot of you guys are on this call right now that I had conversations with. 10 different teams. The whole thing ran me about 5 hours, 6 hours. But when I would travel, we're talking about 6 hours on a flight. You see, productivity versus activity. My every goal right now is helping you guys hit your goals. Now, Jason's going to teach you how to really pack out the rooms, right? Jason's going to teach you what it is that you need to do in order to get there, right? But I'm letting you guys know right now to focus on those 4 simple things. It's the rule of 4. You guys know about Tim Ferriss, the 4-hour work week. He talks about how it is that you can literally change anything in your life, whether it's your body, whether it's your mind, whether it's relationships that you have, by implementing a 4-hour work week, right? The rule of 4 different major events that you should be focused on collectively on our journey to 500 chairman. We're talking about, guys, 500 chairmen within the organization. We know where to run. Now, Jason, we know the what, we know the where. All of us have the why. Now, Jason is going to teach you the how. So, with that being said, guys, I am so fired up leaving convention. I learned so much. These new services, it's go time. It's go time. Bottom line, it is go time. Let's go. watch my feet, don't watch my mouth. I work a lot better than I speak, and that goes for everybody inside of this group. So let's work, let's work, let's work, let's work. Jason. Sheesh. 500 deep on a Wednesday night? What happened, bro? Sheesh. What's up, guys? When I left this webinar before, there was like, damn, it's crazy. There was like 200 people here. What happened? It went viral. So look, guys, I'm super excited. You know, my challenge to you is to follow what Matt said and to go out and really recruit 20 people, you know, in 30 days. And the communication that you have to have with the people that are pre-existing in your group is, look, I'm making that sacrifice, right? I want to go out and I want to bring a whole new wave of momentum, a whole new wave of leaders into the business. And the only way I'm going to do that is by bringing in that new blood. And so I'm going to put about 80% of the time into the new blood, recruiting the new blood, following up with the new blood, getting new faces in the organization. If you want to join me, you're more than welcome, but I'm only going to put about 20% of the time into coaching, three-way calls, just so you have that clear communication. That's a very important part of going out and doing that. But if going out and bringing in, you know, 20 new people scares you, then you definitely have to do it, right? If it doesn't scare you, then my challenge to you would be to up it, you know, because we broke down some numbers last night. I had a mastermind here at the apartment. We broke down some numbers last night. I want you guys to think about this. You know, in Jim Rohn's terms, right? In Jim Rohn's terms, he says that somebody who doesn't have a high skill level will talk to 10 and get 1 yes, right? They talk to 10 and get 1 yes. And that's at a beginner skill level, okay? Well, the good news is none of you guys here are beginners. So beginner skill level, talk to 10, get 1, okay? Now, as you get a little more experience, right, you're going to talk to 10 and get 2, right? As you become intermediate, right, you have some skills, you got 3-4 months under your belt, you've gone through some objections, you've worked through some people, you're going to talk to 10 and get, hey, maybe you'll talk to 10 and get 3. And as you get advanced, you might talk to 10 and get 4 or 5, okay? Most likely maybe 4. But here's the thing now. You guys got to break this down to the simplest of numbers, right? Because if you want to recruit 20 new people, 20 new customers in 30 days, and you talk to 10 and get 1, well, then we know that you need to talk to what? 200 people, okay? You talk to 200 people, you get 10%, okay? 10%, you have your 20. So can you talk to 200 people in a month? Can you conversate and prospect and share with and follow up with 200 people in a month? The answer is yes, because guys, that's what? 7 people a day. That's literally 7 people a day for a beginner, okay? 7 people a day for a beginner. Talk to 10 and get 1. Now, what if you talk to 10 and get 2? You talk to 100 people. Can you talk to 3 people a day? Yes. Okay, that's if you have experience. Some of you guys here are intermediate and advanced, which means that you still need to talk to 5. My goal for you guys would be to all of you talk to minimum 5 people a day. You talk to minimum 5 people a day. You're going to end up talking to about 150 people, okay? And you're going to get maybe 20 to 25 rock solid people started. Talk to 5 a day. Maybe you talk to 7 a day. If you really want to go harder with this, talk to 10 people a day. It's really not even that much. And I'm talking about 10 new people. Now, here's the key. I want you guys to go get a fresh new notebook, okay? A fresh new notebook. And I want you to make a fresh new list, right? Like Matt said, you can't go into the future with what got you going in the past, right? You need a fresh new notebook and a fresh new list, and spend some time, right? Decide when you're going to launch this. I would say that you guys launch this on Monday. Okay. So right now, today is Wednesday. You take the weekend, you take the next 2 days and the weekend to prepare, get your list ready, get your mind ready. If you have loved ones, get them ready. Go talk to them and say, look, for the next 30 days, I'm going to go harder than I've ever gone before because I want to push my business to levels that it's never been at. Right? We have new products. We have we have a huge event in Vegas that I got to make sure I'm ready for. If you guys want to be ready for Vegas, you got to get ready now. Don't get ready a month before the event. Start talking about Vegas, eating Vegas, sleeping Vegas, breathing that event now. Before we even have a venue, before we even have dates, before we even have tickets on sale, the only words that come out of your mouth are Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. So you talk to your loved ones and say, look, my goal is to get our family, right? My goal is to get my income. My goal is to get our income to X amount per month in the next 6 months. And in order to do that, I got to go all in. Right? I got to go all in, and I need you to understand that it may get a little bit tough. There may be some times where I'm going, till 12 o'clock, 1 in the morning, where I'm putting in 5-10 hours a day. But I'm doing this for us, right? And look, stick with me, because if I reach my goal, when I reach my goal, we're going to take a couple days at a resort, right? Personally, we hit P5,000, baby, we hit chairman. I'm going to take the family and we're going to treat ourselves to 3 days in the Bahamas. We're going to treat ourselves to 3 days at the Ritz back in Miami. We're going to treat ourselves to this. So, you tell them, look, we're about to do this. I'm about to do this for us. And if you just support me, you just have my back, you just step up. When I reach my goal, then I'm going to reward the family. I'm going to reward us. Or some of you guys are single, not married, no kids. Reward yourself, right? At the back end of this, when you recruit the 20 people in 30 days, go treat yourself to a spa day. Go treat yourself to a day at the mall. Go treat yourself, to even a couple days, right? At a resort or something like that. Go do something so that way you're working your butt off, not only to go out and get this new blood in the business, but to go out and do it for the prize at the end of the ship. Now, you could have a small prize, right, for yourself. 20, you recruit 20 in 30 days. Put something that you get excited about that you're like, I got to get my 20 because I want that, right? I want that, but I got to get my 20 to get it. And then put a bigger incentive for yourself at the back end and say, look, if I hit chairman by Vegas, or some of you guys are chairman 10 shooting for 25, some of you guys are 25 shooting for 50, 50 shooting for 100, 100 shooting for 250 and beyond, then maybe what you do is say, look, we do this. This is done. We're leaving Vegas. We're taking a cruise. We're leaving Vegas, and we're going to Louis Vuitton. You know what? Look, Matt and I hit chairman 50 by Vegas. I'm buying a Lamborghini. Let's get it. Let's put some cool stuff on the table and work for it. Incentivize ourselves. But you got to have that communication, because if the people around you, listen to me carefully, if the people around you are not all in with you, it will create so much tension. It will create so much aggravation, so much miscommunication. You will not make it. You'll make it a week and you'll be sleeping on the couch if you're married. Your kids will make you sleep on the couch if you have kids, or you'll be sleeping on the couch yourself because you'll be too tired and you'll be upset, okay? So don't sleep on the couch, all right? And that's just the way that it goes, all right? So 20 people in 30 days, this is going to set your mindset up. This is how you unleash yourself to get to unleashed. You cannot walk that. I will tell you guys right now, you have to tell yourself, I cannot walk that stage at the same rank. I cannot walk that stage at the same rank. You got to do now and stay focused for 6 months. The best way to start is to just bust out 20 people in 30 days. Now, here's the goal, okay? Here's the goal, or here's the game plan. Out of the 20 people you recruit, okay, really 10 of them are only going to last till month 2. In reality, now, the people that are good on this call are going to be really good at getting 15 to stay. But in reality, not all of them are going to stay. It's impossible. So let's say you have 10 month 2. Out of that 10, 3 to 4 are going to become serious builders. The rest are going to become customers. A few of them might fade away. So out of that whole 20 you recruit, you're really looking for 3 to 4 serious builders, okay? So just know that. Those are the numbers. That's pretty much the way it's going to work. Now, I want you guys to think about reverse engineering your rank, okay? Reverse engineer your rank. What do I mean by this? Jay, if I want to hit chairman 10, I know that in most scenarios, I need 3 P5000s, okay? And I'm talking about on each leg, right? So 1 on each leg. 1 P5000, 2 P5000, 3 P5000. If you want to hit chairman 10, pay close attention, okay? And this works with any rank. Any rank you want to hit, this is how you do it. Mentally before physically. Remember that. Mentally before physically. In order for me and Matt and I, to hit chairman 750, I need a chairman 250 or a chairman 500 on every single leg, and that's going to be the mentality, okay? So for chairman 10, 3 P5000s puts 225, 225, 225. You're beyond chairman. Okay, you're beyond chairman at that point. But if you focus on 3 P5000s, 1 on each leg, you're going to smash the rank, right? So find the people on each leg who can become a P5000, and you focus on getting them to P5000. Now, if their goal is chairman, you need to get their mind fixated on building 3 5,000s, okay? So don't suppress somebody's goal because your goal is chairman 10, right? And their goal is chairman 10 as well. Maybe you need at least 3 P5000s. That's cool, though. If that person you indicate says, dude, I'm going chairman, then great. Then you tell them, look, put your focus on 3 P5000s. This will always work, okay? Underneath 3 P5000s, you're going to need approximately 9 P2000s. One P2000 on each leg makes you a P5000, right? Then you need 27 P1000s, right? 1 P1000 on every leg under your P2000s makes them a P2000, okay? Now, you're also going to need, that comes out to 81 P600s, okay? So, and then you can even go super crazy, and it's 243, I believe. Yeah, 243 P150s. So you can literally break it down to a science. I know these numbers look a little bit crazy, but guys, these are ballparks, right? If you have nothing to shoot for, nothing to look at, nothing to gauge from, then you can't possibly hit these ranks. And this is where the highest level thinkers thrive. This is where the big dogs thrive. You know, David and I had a conversation. It would take X amount of chairmen to reach X rank. And look, when we hit certain ranks, how many chairmen do we have? Oh, wow, we have about 100 chairmen. We hit chairman 500. It just makes sense. It just ends up making sense. So the numbers won't be exact, but they're going to be ballparks. And you can gauge by just starting to build P150s. As you build P150s, P600s will grow. As you build 600s, 1000s will grow. As you build 2000s, 5000s will grow. And as 5000s grow, you're chairman 10. So you can do that with any rank you guys want to hit. Reverse it down, okay? And the numbers work. That is a lot of people winning. That actually put things into perspective for me when I broke it down, because I'm like, hold up. You know, 243 times 150 chairmen, you know, what do we have, like 36,000 P150s or something? You know, it's wild. So it really puts things into perspective for you. But a lot of people win along the way, right? A lot of people grow along the way. And so when people say, you know, oh my God, you know, pyramid scheme, the guy at the top makes all the money, or, you know, leadership is selfish or whatever, guys, there's a lot of sacrifice and people that we help along the way to the top, right? In a Chairman 500 organization, not only do we have other Chairman 500s, but we have multiple Chairman 100s, tons of Chairman 50s, 25s, 10s. That's massive. But literally thousands of P150s, 600s, 1000s, 2000s. It's insane. And so feel good about what you're doing, because service to many leads to greatness, okay? I'm going to say it one more time. Service to many leads to greatness. Now, I want to get you guys excited about, I like that. All right. I want to get flying private to Vegas is how you can reward yourself. That's got to be Gary McSween. Gary McSween always gets excited about the private jet. Is that Gary? Chris Terry? Is that Gary? I know it's got to be Gary. Oh, Christian Jukes. That works too. Hey, Jukes, anytime you're in the same category as Gary McSween, that's a beautiful thing, my brother. So, and shout out to Gary. I don't know if Gary's on here or not, but Gary, we love you, dog. Let me see. So, here's what I want to do, guys. What I want to do right now is I want to talk about how to build events, right? This game plan, this call was not just to tell you guys to go out and bring in 20 people in 30 days to get momentum, but it was to teach you guys how to build culture. It was to teach you guys how to build synchronization within your teams. It was to teach you guys how we're going to take these major markets and build major momentum. Okay, major momentum. Now, a lot of you guys on this call are either the leader in your city or part of leadership in your city, or maybe there is no leadership in your city. But I believe, this call was blasted out mostly to the people that are super serious about building the business, that are already building the business. I know I share this in the Next Wave group, which is typically P1000, 2000, 5000. So most of the people on this call are either directly connected to a P1000, 2000, 5000 or chairman, or you are already a P1, 2, 5 chairman. Now, that may or may not mean that you have a culture in your city. You may not. But my theory is always, if it doesn't exist, go make it, right? Build it and they shall come. So I want you guys to stop thinking about just one event. And a lot of the times we'll throw an event just to say we threw an event, or because there's no momentum, right? But the key, I learned this. I went to Eric Worre for a couple of days, and I got a lot of ideas, and I got a lot of concepts, and I got a lot of exciting information. And one day I had this epiphany, and it hit me. I was like, wait a minute. We're not thinking far enough down the road. And by not thinking far enough down the road, we're giving ourselves time to make excuses. We're giving ourselves a lack of motivation long-term, and we're giving ourselves a lack of vision. And as entrepreneurs, we live, eat, sleep, and thrive on vision. That's what we thrive on, right? Faith is the evidence of things hoped for without anything being seen. And I know I messed up the quote a little bit, but God will forgive me. Faith is you going out and making something happen before it happens, right? Believing that something is going to come. And so what I need you guys to do is all of you from this point forward, adopt an 18-month vision. And we're going to adopt an 18-month game plan. I'm going to teach you guys how to dominate and build momentum no matter where you're at. But I also want you guys to teach an 18-month vision. When you have serious builders emerge in your team, when you have serious leaders, serious talent emerge in your team on the marketing side, if they have an 18-month vision, their probability for success goes through the roof. And like what Matt talked about, you're going to have 6 major events to go to over that 18 months, right? You're going to have 4 company conventions. So you're going to have, a convention every fall and spring. So you're going to have 4 major conventions, right? You're going to have A&MP. You're going to have GoPro. You actually have 2 GoPros. So you guys are going to have like 7 major events, trainings, 7 major trainings to promote and go to. Okay, not 6. That actually would be like 7. Major stuff. And so understand that along the way, you attend these big events every 3 months to get that mind going, to get those new concepts, those new nuggets, right? To go out and network with new people, get new experiences, and also for us to pull together and strengthen our bond, strengthen the unity within the team. And so I would highly recommend that you guys attend A&MP, an amazing event. This year we brought 130 people. Next year we'll bring 200 to 300 people, no problem. GoPro, Eric Worre, right? This year they have Magic Johnson, so many great speakers. And it's a great event. We'll probably have 500 people from IML, maybe 1,000 people from IML in the building, right? Another one is Beyond Leadership. A Beyond Leadership is a very high-end event. It's $5,000 for a general admission and $10,000 for a VIP. So that is a higher-end leadership. And some of you guys, I mean, all of you guys should be there, but I think that's a thing that you do. Don't take a loan out. Do it when you're chairman 10. Do it when you're chairman 25, and invest back in your business. But these are just little trainings that you guys can go to be around the Eric Worreys and, you know, the greats of the greats in this industry, so you can get generic, good quality information, ideas, thoughts, takeaways. But what's even bigger than that, okay, is over the course of the 18 months, and I'm talking about, like, to you, Jerome. Jerome, you're in Toronto. I'm talking to the Dallas guys. I'm talking to the Arizona guys. I'm talking to the New York guys. I'm talking to the teams in Europe that may even be on here. Some of you guys will watch some recording. I'm talking to you in the UK, here in South Florida, right? Out in Seattle and Spokane, right? Spokane, sorry. You know, California, wherever you are, okay? Wherever you have an abundance of leaders, I need you guys to run off an 18-month game plan with 6 events in your city or town every 3 months, okay? Every 3 months. So right now, and we're all gonna work in unison. So right now, every single person on this call is either going to create, look, guys, if you have a chairman in your city, a P5000 in your city, collaborate with them. Okay, there's almost 500 people on this call right now. I can't possibly coach you specifically through running an event in your city, and we can't have 10 different events in Atlanta. We can't have 10 different events in Florida. We need one event in every major city. So the January event will be the kickoff, and it will be the New Year's kickoff, okay? The New Year's kickoff. Now, there's going to be leaders touring. Right? So in January, for instance, Jason is going to be in Europe. I'm going to be doing New Year's kickoffs the entire month all throughout Europe. Probably about 20 countries we're going to do New Year's kickoffs. Okay? Matt in January will be in South America. Okay? So Matt's going to go to Ecuador, Peru, Chile, etc., Argentina, you know, etc., and spend a month on tour in Central and South America. Alex will probably be here in the U.S. doing kickoffs in Dallas, Atlanta, South Florida, you know, New York City. And look, you may not even have a big leader at every event. You know, Alex will be at one. Maybe David will be at some. Yvonne will be doing events in Mexico. Gary will be doing a New Year's kickoff in Trinidad. You know, some of you guys have a big enough leader. Austin, I'm sure, will be out doing these kickoffs. Different leaders, Jewel, China. But here's the thing. There just needs to be a New Year's kickoff. And so I don't even care if it's you're in a small city and you've got 50 to 100 people. Maybe you got 200 people max that you can put in a room. Who cares, right? But no matter what, we need to really get ready now. Start planning now. Start promoting on Eventbrite now. Getting ticket sales now. And all of our conversation, all of our energy, all of our excitement goes towards that New Year's kickoff. You guys start building towards that event, you're going to have momentum. But you're also going to have commitment, right? As you sign people up, I definitely spelled January wrong. Okay, as you're signing people up, you're talking about launching them at the New Year's kickoff. You're talking to them. If you're 3 months away, you're talking about, look, you got to launch now. So that way you have a team built that can promote the New Year's kickoff. That's what's going to catapult you. Imagine somebody launches in the month of October. Okay, they launch in the month of October, and they have 10 to 20 serious people at that January event. Promoting, not even at, promoting. 10 to 20 serious people promoting the January event. Or imagine the 20 people you're going to frontline recruit this month, and you launch a few of them that build a team, the Platinum 600. And now you have 20, 30, 40, 50 new people by January, all inviting for that event. Guys, that's 150, 200 people right there, right? You get 3 to 4 leaders to build to Plat 600 right? So you're going to go all month. So the month of October, November, they hit P600 to now launch at the January event. You'll have 3 P2000s by 2 weeks after that event. Your P5000. Guys, this is, if you execute this the right way, this is not fantasy talk. This is not fairy tale talk. This is calculated execution. This is how we built. This is how we hit Chairman 500. There was not this. We brought leaders into the business, but you have to launch leaders. Leaders join the business every day. It's about launching the leader appropriately. Okay, so you're going to have the January New Year's kickoff, okay? NYKO, New Year's kickoff. Followed by, obviously, we have March, which is SOARS, okay? But that doesn't really count. That's like an exception. I'm just letting you guys know March will be SOARS. But then you're going to go April, sometime maybe a month after SOARS, 4 weeks after, 5 weeks after, you're immediately going to go into an event, okay? Or Unleashed, sorry, Unleashed. IML Unleashed, my bad. Still in SOARS state of mind. Unleashed. Then April, you're going to go into the, beginning of summer kickoff. I don't know. We'll find a theme, and beginning of summer summits, okay? So the beginning of summer summits, all right? And we'll do that in April, right? Or the end of spring summit, whatever. We'll find a name and we'll brand it. I'm giving you guys concept talk right now. So then you have April, you have May, June, July. So at some point in July, right, late June, early July, you're going to have the summer summit maybe, right? So maybe it'll be like summer summit and spring, I don't know, whatever. Spring, whatever. Okay, and then you have, so this would actually probably be June or July. Then you have September, convention, South Florida, and then you do an October 4th event, okay? Regional. So then, same thing. Now we've covered basically 1 year. So your 5th event would be the next January, New Year's kickoff 2020. And then you have March convention. And then the last one is April, spring, whatever, okay? So look, over the course of 18 months, you just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major events in your city, coincided with 3 big company conventions. There is no way you're not worst case scenario, Chairman 10. If you actually work, you're actually consistent. Yes, results are not typical. Yes, some people won't do it. So I guess I say no way. That's misleading. Don't, crack me for that. But, the truth is, if you work, right, and you promote these events and you build the culture and you're consistent and you recruit 20 people in 30 days, 2-3 times a year, guys, the numbers are just going to make sense. You're just going to find the right people. You're just going to have the momentum, okay? So I need you guys to take that initiative, go out and make it happen. Look, let's say your New Year's kickoff has 50 people. Then you're going to double the events every time. So your spring whatever is going to have 100, right? Your next event, 200. Then you have convention and you have an explosion. Your next event, 500 people. That next event, 1,250. And then that final event, guys, you could be at 2,000 person event in 18 months. You could have a 2,000 person event in your city. 2 months. Starting with 50. Some of you guys are starting with 300 to 500. Forget about it. It's game over. You could literally end up in 18 months with a 4,000 to 5,000 person event. The size of what we just did at SOARS in your city. for a spring whatever. I'm talking about thousands of people for a spring whatever. And inside of that, you guys have at least 10 to 15 chairman 10s. Okay? This is a generic blueprint. Okay? This is realistic thought because it's simply duplication and execution. Okay? Duplication and execution. But you have to be committed to the 18-month game plan where you can't be a poser and only do this for 30, 60 days. Okay? You have to be all in. You cannot wait for your upline. You can't wait for the other leader in the city. You have some time now to share this vision with the leaders, with your core, with the cross lines. Collaborate with your cross lines in peace. Collaborate with your cross lines in peace. Don't fight. That's petty, stupid. I don't work with people that fight with cross lines. That's a scarcity mindset. It's childish. Now, if somebody's unethical, then that's a different story. But, we're adults. Let's work through it. Let's talk through it. If there's something in your city that needs to be talked about, then let's talk about it. The best thing to do is just communicate because usually it's just ego getting in the way. But ego is not what's going to bring this company to 1 million customers. This and collaboration is what's going to bring this company to 1 million customers. I don't care who's in my team or not. There's many people that are not in my team. They're cross lines. I don't care. Julian Kushner, not in my team. Richard Butner, not on my team. Nick Gomez, not on my team. I do events. Jonathan Lopez, that whole group, Scotty Huss. We work with those guys. We don't care they're in our team or not, right? China Bethley, Jewel Tankard, Lawrence Young, Stevenson Lindor. They're not on my team. I don't care. I work with them all day long. Rashard Adeze Duncan. Doesn't matter to me. You guys have to have a bigger mindset, right? Of if there's somebody in my city that is taking IML serious, then together we grow. Together we grow, not divided, right? Divided you fall, together you rise. So let's keep that in mind, okay? That's very important. Find out who you can collaborate with. Let's put it together. Let's make it happen, okay? Now, the last thing I'm going to teach you guys for the sake of the time in this call, let's undo that. Just real quick, I just want to take a screenshot. Let's undo that. And I want to screenshot this. And I want to push forward. This is such a cool tool, this whiteboard. It's such a cool tool. If you guys are seeing value, like real value, not hype value, but if you guys are real value, very excited, if you really see it, hit me with a 000 in the chat box. So if this makes sense to you, okay? If this makes sense to you, if there's value attached to this, if you guys can really walk away with that real, true game plan, 000. That is insane. So, wow. Okay. Now watch. It's going to get even better, so stick with me. Because here's the thing. I do not want – two things need to happen. Number one, I do not want you to lose money, okay? Suckers lose money. Winners break even in this industry. Winners break even. You do not need to make money off your event, but listen to me carefully. You can make a team decision, okay? It's your call, okay? It's your call. Guys, mining will not be here for 60 days. I'm not going to talk about mining. I'm actually going to close the chat box. We don't have any structure for the mining that's ready to be released to the public. So mining is a conversation that we'll have in about 30 days with some structure and about 60 days till we're ready to go. So let me stay focused here, okay? But you can plant some seeds. It's going to be the best mining out in the industry. That's not hype. That's real. Heard it from a few experts. So it's real deal. I do not want you to lose money. Now, you can make a team decision, okay? Do you want to aim to break even, contribute and do a free event, or make profits to support team dinner / next event? Probably a team dinner is the best thing to do. Or make profit to support flying out educators. Very good idea, but here's the thing. These traders do not work like for IML. You know what I'm saying? They're being paid, but they're being paid for the time that they're contributing. They don't work for the field. They don't work for the IBOs. If you guys want, I am sure the educators are willing to fly out and do events for you guys. I am very sure. But you pay for flight and a hotel at bare minimum, okay? We are going to create for corporate a set amount of money that the educator will be paid if they come do an event. So maybe it'll be $250 per day, right? And you guys work that into your pricing. But we have to create something that's even for everybody, because we can't have educators charging whatever they want to charge. It becomes political. It's not going to be cool. But if you want to bring an educator out to your event, budget their flight or flights. Maybe you fly out multiple. You guys can be smart about this. I would fly out an educator for the event so that they can do a training after the presentation as an added value. So let's say a flight costs $500 and a hotel for 2 nights costs, if you guys use Hotwire, it's typically max $400. So let's say it's $1,000, okay? $1,000 to fly out the trader. And it costs $1,000 for the room. Well, if you're having an event and you don't need an educator out to your first event, but maybe you work on getting an educator out to your second event or your third event, okay? When you have, 200 people in the room, all right, and a majority of them are prospects, but you have maybe 30 to 50 builders that can each pay. Look, if you have 50 builders that can each pay $10, guys, you're talking about, well, you need 50 builders to pay $40, right? So if you get 50 builders to pay $40 each, you just budgeted the educator and the room for 200 people. 50 builders. That's impressive. Now, maybe it's 30 builders. Just budget, guys. Be smart about the numbers. That's all it is. It's just, I'm not a genius for figuring this stuff out. I'm just doing simple math. I'm making sure that I don't lose. So if you have 25 people, guys, $80 to get an educator flown out and taken care of. So they're going to love you. They're going to go hard as heck. And to get the room, $80, that's an investment. Now, here's what you do. You get a room for, let's say you have a room for 200, and this applies to anything. However many seats are in the venue, okay, you always double up. Okay, so you want to invite 400, confirm. You want the team to confirm 400 for a room of 200. Because we know about half the people aren't going to show up. So if you confirm 400, we're going to expect 250. If you have 400 people show up, you have what we call a good problem. Because all those people are going to go, oh my God, there's a line out the door. It's literally slammed wall to wall. Worst case scenario, you end the meeting and you do another one. And you tell everybody to wait. And you do another presentation. I would rather you have a room packed wall to wall with a line out the door and people are upset because it's slammed, than have a room half empty because you only invited 200 and 100 show up, okay? So any event you're going to do, if you really want 50, confirm 100. If you really want 100, confirm 200. You really want 2,000 people in a room, go confirm 4,000 people and watch what happens, okay? So you're going to find a venue. But here's what I think. I think a serious builder can confirm 20 for an event. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to ride on those serious builders when you dictate the size of the room for this event. Now, you may be in a city right now where you have a team. If you're the only person, then you need to start small. And I will get there before we end this webinar. But I'm going to talk as if you have at least 4 serious builders in your business, in your area, in your market. You guys could easily have an event of 50 to 100 people as event number 1. And literally explode your business. So just pay attention, okay? Every series builder can confirm 20. That's going to be the commitment. We need 20 confirmations. Okay, so you have 4 series builders in the market. You're going to confirm probably, because you're going to have people that aren't series builders. You're going to have people that are amateur that are going to invite 2 to 5 people, confirm 2 to 5. This guy's going to bring 1. This person. So you're really going to confirm about 100 people, okay? Total. You have 4 series builders. I would assume you'll confirm about 100 people, which means you got a room for 50. Okay, that's the thought process. You get a room for 50 people. You can go to a small local hotel, ask them, look, do you have a room for 50 people? We're running on a smaller budget. Guys, a room for 50 people should cost you a couple $100 for the night, right? $200 to $300 for the night. You have the builders pitch in. You have everybody pitch in. Simple, cover it. But here's what you do. To absolutely take it to the next level, you sell tickets, okay? Or you just have tickets. So you guys can figure out, like I said here, your aim is to break even, contribute to a free event, or make profit to support a team dinner. So if your aim is to break even, and we're gonna let's go back to the confirmed 400 model for a room of 200. Couple ideas. Maybe you have 10 builders in the market and the budget is $2,000 and everybody's willing to pitch in $200. Well, then what you do is you just go out, you print 400 tickets, and you give a majority of the tickets to the 10 builders and then leave some available for everybody else. And you have the conversation. Look, Brett, you told me to bring a few people. Exactly how many people? Because I'll give you 3 to 4 tickets. But if I give you the tickets, the people have to come. Give the bulk of the tickets to the 10 serious builders that invested in the event and save a portion, maybe 10%, 15% for the people who may not feel comfortable inviting that many people, may not have the experience, may not have the network. All good. It's not a bad thing if you're not a quote, quote, serious builder, but you want to give the serious builders the weapon. Now, here's the invite. The invite is like this. Look, this event is going to sell out and it's going to be packed wall to wall. I only have a few tickets left and I'm giving one of them to my girlfriend or my mom. Like say I'm giving one of them to somebody very important. I would say, look, I'm giving one of the tickets to my mom, but just make sure whoever you say is actually going to come to the event. So you say, look, I'm giving one of the tickets to my best friend and I want to give the other ticket to you because you're sharp and I know you would crush this. Can I rely on you to come? No pressure. I'm not going to be upset if you have an emergency, whatever, but I would really appreciate that if I give you this ticket, you come and I would love for you to be there. And you do that with all 20 tickets. You have 10 people and you guys got to teach your builders this, but you have 10 people, make 20 phone calls like that and your event's going to be slammed. Now imagine you have 50 builders. Some of you guys have 50 builders in your market. You could easily have a 1,000-person event if you have 50 builders in a market. 1,000 to 1,500 people at an event. Because you teach people what to say. You put a physical ticket in their hand and you say, look, I actually just got my hands on 5 more of these tickets and dude, this event is going to be crazy. This company is exploding and everybody wants to find out what we're doing. I want you to be there. Can I rely on you to show up if I give you one of these tickets? And maybe what you do, guys, is put a $10 value on the ticket, right? Put a $20 value, right? Put a $20 value. If Alex Morton's coming, right? You say, look, Alex could easily charge 10 grand, 10 to 15, 20 grand to speak for an hour. And he's doing this event for us. I'm giving you this ticket for free, but the value is massive, so you, because the value is real. And people pay big money to go see Tony Robbins, big money to go see their favorite speaker. So tell them, look, you have the opportunity to look at this company for free, but take this serious. Does that make sense to you guys? Let me look at some of these events. Awesome. 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 Okay. So you understand how to engineer these events. It's game over. Now, here's the last thing. Capitalization. Okay. Capitalization. Now, if you can get ahead of it, okay, if you can be smart about it, then you guys will sell at the event, at the New Year's kickoff. You will sell 10 packs to the spring whatever event. And you sell them at a discounted rate. So you could sell 10 pack for $25. When you know those tickets are going to be $5 each, you sell the 10 packs for $25. Or you sell the 10 packs for $40 and tell people, look, the tickets for the next event are going to be $6. If you buy a 10 pack now, it's going to be $40. And if you're serious about the business, we want you to make this commitment today, because now you know you're going to have 10 guests with you at the next event. Your builders need to get up and buy the 10 packs with everybody watching. Hey, so who would want a 10 pack right now? Builders are prepared. Hands go up, because monkey see, monkey do. You guys have to capitalize during the event, in the emotion, with all the prospects there, because here's what you're going to have. You're going to have most people that look at you crazy, but you're going to have serious builders that are in the crowd, that are prospects, that are going to buy the 10 packs because they're serious about the business, and they're going to be committed for 3 months because they have 10 tickets to this event. Maybe you sell a 5 pack. Maybe you don't even need to do a 10 pack. Just sell a 5 pack. 5 pack, $20. You're going to get 5 tickets to the next event. Normally, we're charging $50, or normally we're charging, 25. Whatever, figure it out, guys. But you want to get commitments to that next event. You want to get some capital, some cash flow going into it. But this is all based upon the venue, guys. The venue may cost $5,000. The venue may cost $7,000. And your prices got to go up. Now, if the venues cost a little bit more, that's a conversation you guys have to have, with your leader, with your upline chairman, with the series builders. If you have 50 builders in the market, maybe you ask the builders to all contribute $50 each, okay, 50 to 75 each. So you cover, 3,000 something, and then you open up ticket sales. But never, ever, ever charge customers, prospects. Never, ever, ever charge prospects. I am so against charging prospects. It's not even funny. And look, if cross-line leaders are involved, maybe sometimes you can get a contribution from your upline. P2000, P5000. Look, we're going to be doing a big event every 6 months. Can you help out with a couple $100 here and there? Don't pressure them. Don't force them. But it's a conversation, especially if they're out of market, right? And if you're a P2, P5, Chairman 10, step up, invest back into your business. It's a great thing to do, right? But it's a conversation that you can have and contact your leader and say, look, I was on a call. I'm serious about going Chairman 10, 25, 50, 100, and I'm going to have 6 major events in my city. I'm going to take initiative. I'm going to go out and build this. Seeing is believing. People need events to get momentum. Are you willing to help? Are you willing to contribute and at least be a part of this? Maybe from a mental standpoint, maybe you're down to, help with the budget or help us construct it so we make sure we break even. Maybe you're down to come out and do the event with me. Just have that conversation with your upline to make sure that they're down to contribute. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. But if everything here fires you up, hit me with some 7. All right. Boom. That's a lot of excited people. So, guys, I'm ready to rip the cover off this thing. Look, the inviting is a huge part of this. Hold on. I think some people are here. Hello. Sorry, guys. Hello. Yeah, whoever's here, you can let them up. I'm on a call. Thanks. Hopefully that's somebody good coming to visit me, because I just gave him permission to come up. So, guys, let's go. It's time to put the pedal to the metal. It's time to grind. Let's all get behind right now New Year's kickoff, right? Start to contemplate, plan. Look, if you can't get a big upline leader out there to the event, then make sure you have Wi-Fi and get a leader to zoom in. That's just as good, right? Having a special guest, especially if you're in a smaller market, right? It's not easy to get. Maybe you can get a P5000 there. Maybe you can get a trader that's local, and maybe you have a chairman that's local that's down to grind with you. But my thing is that respect is earned. It's not given. And so what I want you guys to do is go out and absolutely take over the market. Go out and throw amazing events every 3 months, because look, you're going to get people started. You have an opportunity to get them trained. You have an opportunity to get them to the culture. And if you can keep them from event to event to event, you can get them to commit to a big convention. They commit to a big convention, they're going all in. Guys, that is truly the key for the builders. The last thing I'm going to say is that at these events, here's what I would do. Okay, very, very, very important, because we probably need to have this conversation right now, as we won't be having this conversation later. Very important. Professional, which means you dress professional. As the host, you dress professional and encourage that within your team, okay? Don't curse, because when you guys do things like that, you're going to turn off the professionals in the crowd, and I don't want you guys to turn anybody off. Start on time, or just maybe 30 minutes after. If there's traffic, if there's weather, you call the shot. But what you don't want is to disrespect the people that are there waiting, because you're waiting for people to come. It is more effective to cater to the people in the crowd than to wait for the people that might not even show up. Okay, so start on time. Play good music, not rap. Sorry, I'm the first person. I love hip hop. I love rap. But do not play garbage rap music at that event, okay? You do not play rap music at a business presentation. And that's all I listen to. You just don't go there, okay? Play house music. Go on YouTube. Look up Summer Deep House, Summer Tech House. There's great playlists that are super casual. They work for younger people, people that are professional, a little bit older. They work for men. They work for women. You will not offend anybody if you play traditional house music. It's the way to go. You can't lose, okay? And last but not least, keep it simple and keep it short, okay? Do not have a 15-hour presentation, okay? What I would recommend you do is have 3 speakers at your event, someone who is up and coming, right? Someone who is local and influential. Maybe you have a new P600 idea. Open the event, okay? Quick 5-minute opening, welcome, and testimonial, okay? Then you have someone who knows the products, fluent in the products, get through the company and the products, okay? And then you have somebody come in and start at getting started. Okay, you let that person close. The strongest, the highest ranking leader, the chairman, the person with the most experience goes through getting started, 2 and free, comp plan, and close. Okay, now during products and company, you guys can do testimonials. Just don't make income claims. Okay, and if you want to do recognition, I would start with bigger ranks and end with the P600s. Have the 150s stand up. Okay? At these events, it's very important. If you guys want, you can print certificates for new rank advancements only. Okay, we can't celebrate people that have been P600 for 12 months because it won't promote growth in your team. Okay, so you can print certificates at these events because you're going to be having 4 a year. So these are important. Promote the new rank advancements during the compensation plan. So as that leader is going through the compensation plan, have them start at, the highest rank in the room, maybe Chairman 10. Congratulate the Chairman 10. Celebrate the Chairman 10. P5,000, 2,000, 1,600. I like to finish with the 600s. You guys can do whatever you want to do. Break for 15 minutes and have someone do a Forex basics training. Okay? Forex basics. What's a pip? What's a lot size? What's risk management? What are the pending orders? Go through the products. Log into the products. Show the customer back office. Don't show your IBO back office, okay? Show your customer back office. Show the scanner. Show the web analyzer. During this training, you want all the new people to get an amazing first impression of this company. If you guys fly in a trader, then they're doing the training after. You break for 15 minutes and do your follow-ups in the first. This is the very, very important. Follow-ups need to go down in 24 to 48 hours. This is so important, guys. I've seen massive events. I've seen people pull off massive events and they don't have momentum after. They don't get a lot of people signing up, and it's because they do not follow up. Make sure you do a briefing with your team. Make sure you have a conversation with your leaders before the event. Pull everybody together before the event, maybe an hour before. Encourage your leaders to be there an hour before, and you have a 15 to 20-minute meeting where you discuss the follow-ups that are going to happen, right? You sit down and you talk about the follow-ups. You talk about the follow-ups. Look, when your leaders leave here, when your prospects leave here, you're going to wait 2 hours. You're going to text them, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming. Hope you got home safe. When can we sit down and meet for a cup of coffee? When can we sit down and grab lunch? Be aggressive about the first follow-up. And that is how you guys build massive momentum. That's how you guys crack this thing open. That's how you guys never lose the momentum, okay? And that's how you guys hit chairman, essentially. Building event to event to event. So thank you guys. I will get this recording up ASAP. Have a phenomenal night. Thank you so much. And by the way, I go from high to low because the average person in the room will relate to $600 a month a lot more than they're going to relate to a big rank. They hear Chairman 25, they hear Chairman 10, they hear Chairman 500. They start thinking that I can't do that. Unrealistic amount of money. If you end with the 600s, you're gonna get a good story. Have the 600s tell their story, what they were doing, before. What is their occupation? What has IML done for them? Let them pour their heart out for a minute, 2 minutes, and watch what it does to the crowd. It does something amazing to the crowd where you end up closing a lot of people. So guys, that's the secret. That's how Matt and I built the heck out of this thing, how we continue to build the heck out of this thing. And now we need to go out and create this type of a culture all around the world. Guys, I'm excited to see your events. Post your events in IML Elite. Share with the rest of the company what you're doing. We got to be more vocal about what we're doing, more visual. Get inside of IML Elite when you're doing one-on-ones, when you're doing small group meetings, and post. Look, tonight in Spokane, tonight here, if you're in my Next Wave social group, start showing people what you're doing. Don't be shy about your business. Show your events, right? Show all the other leaders your events because that creates accountability. Right? Let's communicate about the little things we're doing. Look, I just did a small group meeting. I just did a home event, a launch, hotel meeting. Let's start communicating and showing people what we're doing. And we're going to take this thing to 1 million customers fast, and we're going to create a lot of chairmen. Much love, guys. I'll see you soon.